Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Janis Reed joining us again, our intuitive healer. And you commented on my hair. This is not my hair. This is hair extensions. My hair is thin and feeble like this. This is what it looks like. So see?
Well, yeah, mine weighs like half a turkey, just thunks when it falls
I love
down.
your hair. I wish I had hair like that, but I pretend. I put extensions in. But thank you. How are you
Well, it
doing?
looks very nice. I'm making some neat adjustments. I've been trying to reconnect with who the heck am I? For the last 20 years, I've been somebody else's wife. And for years before that, I was somebody else's girlfriend. And now I'm Janis Reed, Janis A. Reed, which comes out like Janis a Reed. I'm wondering what pops up through me now that I'm a more of a solo act.
Are, are
Yeah.
did your husband pass?
Well, not exactly.
Okay. I know he's
It's
been very
kind of
sick, so I'm
well, he died,
oh,
but
okay.
he didn't exactly pass. He's still hanging out, like putting his finger in the pot, and it's been fun. He came to his memorial. He was so happy. All the people came. He's just grinning ear to ear, eating Cheetos. It was really a beautiful thing. My neighbors, old friends, old working acquaintances were kind enough. Some of them drove nearly 6 hours to come from 2 to 5, after church and
Mm-hmm.
before dinner, to help me remember this amazing person that
Ah,
I married. Because the last couple of years, I just wanted to put him out of his misery,
mm-hmm.
which, and I can't even lie about it. He just really,
Yeah.
but I didn't want those to be the last memories I had of him, because
No.
there was a reason I married him.
Ah.
So these old acquaintances got should all lang syne. One young woman got up. She's a mother now of a young woman. She met Henry when she was like grade school age, that long ago at summer camp. Another woman proudly said, "Well, I've known him 52 years." Well, heck, I've only known him about 25 years.
Wow.
They told me stories and fun things that he did and got away with. It's absolutely the way to go. If you have a loved one have to leave you like that, I mean, he left me. I didn't leave him. It's good to have a party and have people talk about him and remember those early days. It made everything feel better now.
Ah, well, beautiful. I'm happy to hear this. When did he move on into the next realm?
Well, he was arguing with God one night, laying in his bed. He did. He passed when the argument stopped. He argued all the way
Mm-hmm.
out, but he went out on September 27th in the
Okay.
evening, about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Um, we had the window open so his car could be released out and not get trapped in the house, which it
Mm-hmm.
did. We know that it did because it showed up at his memorial service. Other
Ah,
people watching it. And it was good to be reunited with this amazing character that blew my brains out years ago. And just, it was worth giving me up so that I could spend time with him. And
ah.
now I remember why. But, I can't hide behind him anymore. Mama got to have a job, something to do, or
Mm-hmm.
I'll get in trouble. So I'm
Yeah.
glad to talk to you. Do you need anything done? Maybe your limbs washed or trees cut,
Need a lot. Thank you. I
so
need
good.
I need help I need someone to watch my kids so mommy can get a break and rest her arms and her ailments, but that'd be nice. But no,
Okay, you put them on room camera and I'll watch them from here. No problem.
deal. You are amazing.
Well, somebody's got to be me. Might as well be somebody that I'll enjoy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And for new timers just starting out here on the show, they're saying, "Who is this Janice Reed?" I know you. Hey, we got to talk a little bit about what you do and why you're here to help so many. And I mean, I just still commend you on. I love that you're a husband. He's still with you. Is he? Does he wake up with you? Does he wake you? Like, how does it work when they cross over?
Well, different people are in different ways, of course. A friend of mine, he zipped out of himself like a bottle rocket. I had actually literally physically ducked as he zipped around the room before he shot out the window. He was like theatrical. Cecil B. DeMille could not have come up with something better.
Oh,
My husband, um, he argued with God. He left in the middle of a conversation, and they went outside, and his spirit was taken out of the house because that was something I really specifically did not want. I didn't want him to get trapped in four walls. He's an outdoor boy. So he got outside where he could go wherever he wants to now, and he's not trapped, which is good for him. But, for me, he's there anytime I think about him. So if I don't think about him, I wonder what he's up to. Probably off looking at one of his harem, eating licorice jelly beans,
good for
Wilma.
him.
Something, that he shouldn't be doing. But he really didn't pass so much as he just went back up to the stars for a while. Some people pass over and they go and be over there, but he kind of shot to the stars, and now he's welcome back here as much as he wants. I encourage him to grow and grow forward in his own path. But we learned at the tail end that just how united we were. We would have been like shifting the stones of Sacsayhuaman to get us to be apart. We had to be together in this life space. We had big business to do, and we did that. So it's nice to know that he left me, but we left on good terms, mostly. I don't know about him and God. Anyway, so I'm adjusting. There's only one person to drink the whole pot of coffee today, so I do my best. I'm the one that has to feed the cat now at 5 o'clock because the horse is.
Does the cat connect with him? Can he or she tell when he's around?
I think so. Mostly her and her cousins, the horse and the burro. They wonder why they don't find him, why he's not here. And why am I the one that always feeds him? I mean, what happened to the man? Our man should have been there to see them by now. And I've explained it over and over, and they're adjusting. They're getting accustomed to it. Of course, I didn't want to tell them that he went to the other farm, like all the other animals went, because that might worry him. So I'm sure he's out there visiting with them when he wants to. They would love that. They're over here in the kitchen yard. They haven't been here in all the time that my husband's been gone. They've had access, but they haven't been right up to the back door yet. But they did today. So it's just another world. He doesn't need a telephone, doesn't need a pad and paper. He just shows up. At the memorial, several people said, "Did you see him? I saw him. He was right there." And it was so funny because everybody pointed to the same spot in the room. Yeah. So
It's
some people leave.
beautiful.
Yeah, some people leave right away. Some people stay and finish up little bits and pieces
And
of
then will
business.
they reincarnate? I mean, how does that work? Will your husband eventually come back? But will you always be
Probably.
connected to him? Will you know
Yeah.
if he's reborn? How does this work?
Well, in this
Ah,
lifetime, if some baby starts to really irritate me, I figure he'll be back. No.
uh-huh.
Um, I don't know when we'll meet up again.
Yeah.
Very likely because of the age difference. If he shows up again in this life space, it might be as a grandchild or a great grandchild
Wow.
because there's quite a few years. But I'm a patient woman, bless his
Hmm.
heart.
Aw.
We'll meet up. We've been through the whole gamut.
Yeah.
Uh, we've been each other's other person, mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, concubine, owner. We've been through the whole gamut.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People talk about your life number, your lifetime number. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if you remember how they heard of that. Well, supposedly he is a 5. He was a 5. See, he's not gone yet. I still say he's here. He was a 5. So he was to deal with action and marriage and the business of working with other people and company. And I'm a 9. I'm on my way out of this plane. I'm going to,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's at the next bus stop, but I'm going to go find out. Um, so we were lucky to meet up. I mean,
Yeah.
it took 40 years to find him in this life space,
Oh,
but it's been thanks to my friends and his friends and our loved ones for telling stories on him. I have wonderful memories now, and they're
beautiful.
powerful. He really did. He made a mark in the world on his own accord, but that'd be another conversation. If you deeply into it, he really brought dreams to the forefront where
Mm-hmm.
people could just talk about him over breakfast.
Oh,
Um, so it was nice. He in 2000 he was the main speaker at the Smithsonian Institution. I'd forgotten that. Little things like that you just overlook when it's just your spouse.
oh, wow, impressive.
Um, yeah, he was a Mr. Somebody.
Ah,
Um, but all that time I was Mrs. Mr. Somebody, which meant that I was his reflection rather than my own projection.
yeah.
So it's interesting. I was trying to figure out when the last time was I lived by myself. And gosh, I can't really pinpoint it.
Mm,
When I lived without a spouse, I was still living with two men.
mm-hmm.
I mean, like just like you are. They were my boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, they were lifesavers when some guy would try to pick me up, say, no, 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 I already live with two guys, and they'd walk off. I wouldn't tell them that they were like 7 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
um, so it's a new world. The world is changing. We're all either going to blow up and die, or we're going to shift over to some new expression of who we might be. What do you think? Are we all
I
going to hell in a handbasket, or will we survive this trip?
I think we will. I lost my mom six years ago, and I just feel her presence. I feel she's around. But I don't understand it. I feel like I just, it's so weird. It's just so sadly beautiful, but I wish I could connect more and talk to her and feel her. And how do you do that as a normal human
Would
that's
you
not super
would you
empathic?
like to no, you can learn how to do it. You can learn
Okay.
how to ride a bicycle. You can learn to do this.
Okay.
It really, you want to do it right here on the air for it? Take
Please,
about 3 minutes.
I would love to.
Okay. I would say that if you're driving, don't do this while you're
Okay.
driving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But just as you sit there, just breathe and
Okay.
just watch yourself breathe. Just don't let yourself breathe. Don't make yourself breathe.
Okay.
You don't need to force it.
Huh. Okay.
Just breathe. Let the breath come in and go out. Let your attention focus on the breath going out and just follow it. Don't make a big deal of it. You don't have to hyperventilate. Just softly, the way you normally breathe. Try to observe yourself breathing rather than participate. And you'll realize pretty soon that the breath will take care of itself. You don't need to do anything, that the breath is a gift. It's a gift. It comes and it literally fills your sails. You don't have to try for it or ask for it. You can't really push it away. It's a gift.
Mm,
And every time you exhale,
okay.
as you practice this, you'll realize you can inhale just as easily. You can count on it coming. And as you go through this rotation a few times, let your attention fall to your heart space. Feel how your breathing affects your heart. Not when you're forcing your breath, but just when you're watching it, like you were sitting across the table and watching this other body just be breathed, as if some other power was lending you breath. And without even moving anything, the breath leaves you and another comes. It's a gift you can trust to come and go. There's no effort required. And as you relax into it and notice how it feels around your heart space, you might notice that there's some little message or vision or visual that forms up in your mind as you witness your heart being breathed. As, like from a distance above, you watch your body be breathed by spirit, filled with inspiration from spirit. Notice the little message. Take a moment to listen to it, to look at it, to make a note of it. And then draw a hard breath back in through your nose and out your mouth, and big sigh. Wiggle your fingers and toes and come back to where you're at. If you want to take a second and scribble something down, you can do that. But when you are lost and you're not really sure what way to go, rather than put your attention on the question, put your attention on the gift of being breathed. Just pay attention. Notice it, how it feels along your body, how your skin moves in the air around you as your body is breathed by spirit. It's like an audience participation game. But while you're just doing that, really focusing just on the breath, and you focus that breath from your lungs to expand it towards your heart's right between your lungs. You get massaged by those lungs. So while you're breathing normally, a little message, a response will form in your heart. To the palpitations of your lungs, your heart will respond to that massage. A message will form. It'll help you relax in some way. It's to the heart's benefit that your body stay relaxed, because, your whole body is designed to kneel down before the great altar of the heart. So say it's the heart. That's how you get your information. So it's really important that we learn how to take time for this. You can do it in 5 minutes. If you're hanger strapping on a subway, you can do this. With your eyes open, you kind of glaze them over. It's best done like when you're in the shower, when you're late, when you're sitting there and you come home from work and you flop down in your chair and you kick your shoes off and you lean back. Do it then. You might go off to sleep, but you will let your body come into a better rhythm with its natural rhythm, instead of the rhythm of the office or the traffic or the kids or whatever was on the menu that you read today. How's that? Does that helpful, do you think? Does that seem like a good answer?
Yeah. Calm, relax, focus on breathing, and you become more heart-centered and aware.
It's taking the time. If you're not accustomed to actually taking the time your body wants, and you're more accustomed to telling it when it wants, it's not going to work to just relax, because you should be able to do that at the drop of a hat. Better that you set the timer in another room for 30 minutes and plan on this taking 10 minutes, so that you don't have to worry about a clock or the time. And you'll be woke up, take the phone off the hook. Allow yourself time. We had to study to learn our algebra. We had to study to learn our jobs well.
Yeah.
So we study to learn ourselves better. We take the time to study ourselves. That's not narcissistic. That's survival. Finding out who we are, how we can be our best selves. How can we be our best self if we don't know who that is, who that even could be? I might end up being the world's best shoe salesperson. We don't know.
No.
I have high hopes. I read an article about Christian Louboutin. I'd have to have a stepladder to reach the top of his shoes, but let's see what else I can do. Instead of what I did, but what I did and. This winter, I'll be focusing on that as I learn how to be a solo act again.
Yeah.
At least I don't have two boys to have to contend with. Bless your heart.
Thanks. I know.
Oh my. Yeah. I remember my mother had to make my little brother an Indian suit for a Thanksgiving festival
Wow.
a program. He was in about fourth grade. This was in the way in the late 60s. I mean, it was a long time ago before being politically correct really mattered.
Mm-hmm.
There was my brother. Okay, he's part Indian, but there he is with his blonde hair, running around whooping in his little uniform. That was
Oh.
Thanksgiving. I hope your kids get to participate in fun Thanksgiving school stuff. Do they still do those things?
Oh yeah, they had they do the turkey with the hand still. My first grader, they had a little pajama party yesterday. There's no turkey feast this year. Usually they have, I guess, third and first. Maybe they're too old, but no, they come home. He has like the turkey drawings. Yes, of course, it's cute. I love that stuff. The holidays, they come home with all these cute little things. Oh.
You know, I read yesterday that in 1492, Columbus was discovered lost at sea by a group of Indians.
You're too funny. You are great.
It's probably true.
Right?
But it's true with our Columbus Day and our Thanksgiving days. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta have an excuse for a party. Parties are good. Parties make us smile and laugh and expand our lungs and massage our hearts, and we get good answers.
I love it.
Good answers.
Love it. Janis, you are on fire. Unfortunately, we got a little bit of a late start and we're out of time now. I can't believe it. It always happens like this. How can we reach you? And I want to talk longer, maybe next time. We need to give you an hour show.
They need to give me yes. They just need to give it to me too.
Yeah, of course.
Find me on my email. It's goddessjanis2.
Okay.
GODDESSJANIS dos at outlook.com, or hit me up on Facebook. I'm an old person. I do Facebook very well. It's under my secret code name, Janis Reed.
I love it. My secret code name.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm new. I'm a new woman now.
Oh, God bless you. Well, thank you so much for being here, for being so amazing and honest about everything. I love it. Really, it's always a pleasure having you here, and gotta thank you.
Thanks for letting me share. Thanks for letting me
always. Thank you.
It does you good.
All right, sweetheart. You have a great day, okay?
You too. Happy Thanksgiving.
You
Everybody,
too,
no matter who you are, what you are, save a turkey.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Be grateful. Thank you. God bless. Mwah.
Bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.